I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody getting ready for Easter this weekend. Have a blessed, safe weekend. Uh, man, I've been in a funk, right? I've been in a little rut for the past week or so. So Mercy's birthday is Tuesday, right? Easter is Sunday, and then on Thursday is what would be uh me and Rachel's wedding anniversary, right? So naturally, I think it's uh hurtful or bothersome, right? And I don't I'm trying to put my finger on what exactly it is that I'm feeling. And it's a little hard to, if I'm being honest, right? It's not that easy. So I have came to the point already of the acceptance and just be like, well, this is the way things are, right? Um, you know, I'm trying to move on with my life, right? Since having that meeting with Rachel, uh, back in, I don't know, maybe it was February or something, since having that meeting with her, once she told me, all right, this is what I want a divorce, I never reached out to her since then, and sort of ignore any messages that I get from her, unless they absolutely have to be replied to, right? I'm just like, all right, I'll reciprocate what I've been getting for, the past couple years. Then Easter and Mercy's birthday. And I'm an overthinker, so I overthink absolutely everything. And I'm like, all right, Easter's on a Sunday. We'll get to split the day, right? And that's the way it is per custody order. I was like, all right, I get a Monday, so it sort of makes sense for me to just pick them up later in the day, 4 or 5, and just keep them, you know. So I message and say, yo, what idea do you have for Easter Sunday? How does that go for you? She's like, oh, well, you could pick them up and drop them back off. You could pick them up early in the morning and drop them back off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, hold on. I was just like sort of shocked. So I was like, so you want to have from 1 till 9 o'clock when they go to sleep? That's 8 hours, right? And you want me to have what? If I pick them up at 10 o'clock, 3 hours? Like, come on. How is that fair, right? And I don't know why I expected any different, right? Because this is what I've always gotten. I've just gotten that selfishness because, the thing is it's not like they're going to go out and do stuff. No, they're going to sit in Rachel's mother's house and do absolutely nothing. That's just what they do. And then I'm like, okay, I have Mercy on Tuesday. That's her birthday. I have stuff planned. I was expecting her to say, okay, well, what does Tuesday for Mercy's birthday look like, right? Nothing at all. And it hurts me. It hurts me for my children, right? Because I've never said anything as far as Rachel being a bad mother. She's a good mother when she's present and when she's not dealing with her fucking mental health shit. She's a good mother. Um, You know, it's, but it's like, come on, man. The other day it was like 80 degrees outside. And I was calling to ask them, yo, you guys want to go to the park or something? Because I was missing them. It wasn't my day. I said, what are you guys doing? And they said, oh, nothing. We're just in the house. And I was like, did you guys go out to the park or anything? Mind you, there's a park right across the street. I said, did you guys go out to the park or anything? They're like, no, we just stood in the house all day. And I was like, man, you know, it's just, and maybe I'm picking at these things because of the way that I'm feeling, right? But it's, you know, it's, I don't know. It's just, it's a shitty feeling, right? It's a very shitty feeling. And I hooked them up for Easter and got them, you know, got them up, probably overdid it, which I do, right? I'm a gift giver. That's what I like to do. I like to spoil those that I care about. You know, previous years on Easter, I would have to buy Major, Mercy, Maritza, Frankie, Rachel, Brooke, Bryn, a whole bunch of stuff, right? And give them money, you know, just have a nice Easter for them, right? And now that I only have, you know, my children, it's a little different, right? So I'm like, all right, I can you know, I can spend the extra $100, $200 on them because I don't have 5 other people to buy it for, you know. But I've been feeling like shit, man. Listen, it took everything I had this whole week to get out of bed, go to the shop, to take a shower. I just, you know, I was like, man, well, it's still this, how the fuck did I fail my children? Right? That's what I keep on coming back to. And it sucks. Right? I'm like, how did I fail my children? And I think about, you know, here they are, like, Mercy's gonna have 2, she's turning 5. That's like a milestone when you're a child. Here you are, you have to have 2 different birthdays, 2 different birthday parties, right? And then I'm like I don't really have family like that. I have my children, you know, that's who I really have. You know, and I guess that's all we need. I don't know. But it's just not a good feeling, right? It's just not a good feeling. When I feel like, man, I try to do everything. I try to live my life, for the most part, the right way, right? There's nothing that, you know, there's nothing that anybody could say that, let's say, like you, my subscribers that don't know me personally but know me through the internet, there's nothing that nobody could say that is going to make y'all be like, oh my God, he did that? You know, there's none of that in my life. What you see is what you get. And we're always taught, or always told, yeah, like, yo, you just got to do the right thing. Just do the right thing and then do the next right thing and do the next right thing. and you'll reap what you sow, and everything will be okay. You just have to continue to do the right thing, right? I'm like, man, I've been doing the right thing for a while, right? And it's like, why does the most important thing to me, how does that suffer the most, right? And my life is I have a very blessed life, right? Very blessed. I'm healthy. I have my children. They love me. I love them. You know, we have a nice home, a nice vehicle. You know, from the outside, it looks like, like things couldn't get any better. And I'm just like, man, here I am, 45 years old, right? And like single and have to worry about all that stuff again, right? Have to worry about meeting somebody new, which is very scary, especially because of this, right? And then I have to think, all right, one day, how about the kids, right? How are the kids? I'm gonna have to introduce somebody one day if I, you know, decide, and that shit is terrifying to me. You know, it's, yeah, it's, I don't know. But anyway, I thank you guys for listening, and we fucking ramble for the last 10 minutes. Um, yeah, it's just, it's just not the best feeling. That's all it is, to be honest with you. Regardless, I hope everybody's having an awesome day. I hope you guys have the best Easter weekend. Everybody that celebrates Easter, make the most out of it with your family, y'all. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And you know, that's it, I guess. Thank you guys. Remember to be kind, loving, and patient. Have a blessed day, y'all.